The rain-slicked window pane trembled under my fingertips, its cold bite mirroring the dread pooling in my gut. Outside, the city blurred into streaks of neon and shadow, a restless pulse that matched the throb in my temples. Sarah's text glowed on my phone, discarded on the coffee table. Be back soon, just grabbing drinks with the team. 2 hours ago. No call. No follow-up. Just those words, sterile and sharp, like a blade slipped between ribs. I stared at the screen, my reflection warped in its glass, a man unraveling, piece by quiet piece. Our apartment smelled of her. Jasmine perfume. Faint coffee grounds, the ghost of her laughter. I paced the hardwood floor. Each step a creak that echoed my unraveling thoughts. She'd been distant for weeks. Not cold, not cruel. Just off. A missed glance here, a too quick smile there. The kind of subtle shifts you dismiss as paranoia until they pile up like unpaid bills. I told myself it was her new job, the late nights at the law firm, the stress of climbing the ladder. But the weight in my chest whispered otherwise. I sank onto the couch, the leather sighing under me. Her scarf lay draped over the armrest, soft and gray, a relic of the woman who'd once curled into my side, whispering dreams of a house by the coast. I picked it up, the wool rough against my palms, and caught a faint whiff of something unfamiliar. Cologne, sharp and musky, not mine. My pulse spiked. I pressed it to my face, inhaling deeper, chasing the scent like a bloodhound. Maybe it was nothing. A coworker's hug, a crowded elevator. But my mind screamed. Whose scent is this? Whose ghost is in our home? The clock ticked past midnight. I scrolled through her texts, searching for cracks in her words. Last week, running late, client dinner. 2 days ago, need to prep for the deposition, don't wait up. Each message was a brick in a wall I hadn't seen her building. I opened her socials, something I'd never done before. Guilt prickled my skin, but I scrolled anyway. Photos of her laughing with colleagues, her hand on a man's arm. Eric. The name surfaced like a shark's fin. Her coworker, the one she mentioned too casually, too often. Eric said this, Eric did that. I clicked his profile. Private. Just a profile picture. Sharp jaw, easy smile, eyes that seemed to know too much. My phone buzzed, shattering the silence. Her name lit up the screen. I answered, my voice tight. Where are you? Still at the bar, Sarah said, her voice bright but frayed at the edges, like she was trying too hard. Lost track of time. You okay? The question stung. Was I okay? No, I was drowning in the space between her words. Who's there? I asked, hating the edge in my tone. Just the team. You know, Eric, Jen, the usual. Her laugh was thin, a cracked veneer. I'll be home soon, Ben. Promise. Don't rush, I said, the words slipping out before I could stop them. There's nothing waiting for you here. I hung up, my heart hammering. The silence that followed was louder than her voice had been. I stood, restless, and wandered to her desk. Papers, pens, a half-empty mug. Her chaos, usually endearing, now felt like a maze hiding secrets. I opened her laptop, the screen waking to a password prompt. I tried her usual. Our anniversary, her dog's name. Nothing. My fingers hovered, then typed Eric. The screen unlocked. My stomach lurched. Her email was open. I scanned the inbox, each subject line a jab. Case notes, meeting reschedule, drinks tonight? That last one, from Eric, timestamped 3 hours ago. I clicked it. Meet me at the Blue Haven. 9 p.m. Just us. My vision tunneled. I scrolled further, finding more. Missed you last night. Can't stop thinking about you. Each word was a shard of glass, slicing through the life we'd built. The door rattled. I froze, the laptop's glow casting my shadow on the wall. Sarah stepped in, her coat dripping, her face pale under the hallway light. Ben. Her eyes flicked to the laptop, then back to me. What are you doing? I stood, my hands trembling. Who's Eric? Her lips parted, but no sound came. She set her bag down, slow, deliberate, like defusing a bomb. He's a coworker. You know that. Don't lie to me. My voice cracked, raw with the betrayal I'd already swallowed. I saw the emails, Sarah. Just us. Can't stop thinking about you. What the hell is that? She flinched, her eyes wide, searching mine. It's not what you think, she said, but her voice wavered. A tightrope walker losing balance. We're just close. Work's been intense and close. I laughed, bitter and sharp. You smell like his cologne. You're never here. You're lying to my face, and I'm supposed to believe it's nothing. Tears welled in her eyes, but I couldn't tell if they were guilt or pain. Ben, I love you. I'd never. Then why's his name your password? The question landed like a slap. She froze, her breath catching. The room felt too small, the air too thick. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered, her voice breaking. It was just drinks, then talks, then. I don't know. I got lost. Lost. My chest burned, anger and grief colliding. You didn't get lost, Sarah. You chose this. Every step, you chose him over me. She reached for me, but I stepped back, the space between us a chasm. I didn't want to hurt you, she said, tears streaming now. I was going to end it. I swear. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the cologne, the emails, the late nights, they were a map of her betrayal, drawn in ink I couldn't unsee. You already did, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. You broke us. She sank to the floor, sobbing, her hands clutching her coat like a lifeline. I stood there, hollow, watching the woman I loved unravel. Part of me wanted to hold her, to pretend we could stitch this back together. But the other part, the one that tasted her lies, knew better. I grabbed my jacket, the keys jangling in my hand. I'm leaving, I said, the words heavy, final. Don't follow me. Ben, please, she begged, her voice raw. We can fix this. I paused at the door, the rain pounding outside like a drumroll to my exit. You fixed it already, I said, turning to face her one last time. You chose him. Live with it. I stepped into the storm, the cold biting my skin, and kept walking. Behind me, her sobs faded into the city's hum. But as I turned the corner, my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. She's not worth it, man. Trust me. My blood ran cold. Eric. He'd known I'd find out. He'd been waiting. The rain hid my tears, but not my rage. I kept walking, each step heavier, knowing the real betrayal wasn't just hers. It was the game they'd both played, thinking I'd never see the board.